Happy Thursday. So it's MC of Healthy by George. I'm just jumping on here because what a day. First, my episode came out on YouTube. It was a great interview with Tim Moss. And he is, if you want to get some inspiration, some exuberance, some real sense of how you can change your life by living from your heart, please take a listen of this episode with my interview with Tim Moss. He's an entertainer who has a depth of energy that is beyond my comprehension. He has so much energy and creativity. And this is something that he stepped into not early in life, but later in life. So if you're thinking of something to explore because you haven't had the time or I don't know, maybe the courage to do it, such as me. I'm having courage to do things that I haven't wanted to do before. And so, why not? Why not explore? Why not be curious? Why not reach out? Why not do something different? Why not be curious and take a chance? And what have you got to lose? Nothing. We have nothing to lose but to do something new every day if we want. So I'm just so proud of myself because I followed through and saw an ear, nose, throat doctor. I don't know if you remember, I had this strange episode in March where I had all this tingling on the side of my face, and they said, well, maybe you should see an ear, nose, throat doctor. So I took advantage of also getting my hearing tested because in my family there's a long history of hearing loss. My great-grandmother, my grandmother, my mother, and so I really want to know, how am I doing as I get older with my hearing? And I was so excited because my hearing is fine. That was a sigh of relief. So at least I have a baseline of what my hearing is right now. And so that's really very positive. And I'm being proactive about my health and my well-being. And sometimes it's better to know than to just guess or to bury my head in the sand. I prefer knowing. I know some people don't prefer knowing. They like to just be living all the time. And you know what? It's like, I love what Tim said. My way may not be your way. And that's perfectly fine. In fact, it's absolutely lovely. So I think we all need to find our way for being well, for being healthy, for living the very best life that we have. Because truly, we only have this one precious life to live and explore all the things that we're curious about. And so, why not do it right away? Do it now. Take a chance. If you want to do something that you've never done before, whether it's dancing, singing, playing an instrument, learning a language. For me, something that I am always challenged by is being a scientist, because I don't feel like a scientist, but I'm doing it. I'm doing some scientific things. In fact, I'm really excited because a publication that we've had in the works for over 10 years talking about a movement disorder in musicians is being published. And let me tell you, that was an accomplishment. I learned a lot through that study. It was rough. It was using the drug called botulinum toxin, which is commonly used for wrinkles. And to see this publication finally come to the day, the light of day, to be read by other people who are treating musicians who have what they call movement disorders in their hands and their arms. This is tremendous to have it in the literature. It took us 10 plus years to get this done. I'm going to tell you, that's no joke. But I'm excited to see this publication. I'm second author. Stephen Frucht is the first author, and we really worked our butts off to get this out the door, I'm telling you. Oh my gosh, what we do for science. This is so true. So, what are you exploring that you have total discomfort with, like me? I'm totally uncomfortable working in science, but my curiosity wins out every single time, because that's what I am. I'm a curious person, and the idea that we could be doing something and discovering something that would be of help for another person who's suffering. I know many of the musicians that we had in our study, they were so happy to explore something that would help them continue playing their instrument. We had pianists and flute players and banjo players and drummers, all kinds of people who practice and play professionally, and they had to stop because their hands were not functioning because of an injury along the nerve pathway to the muscle. And when you give someone botulinum toxin in those muscles, it relaxes it so that you can do effective rehabilitation, which is amazing. And that's really what happens. Sometimes when people get these injections in their muscles, they never have to get another one. Or if they do, they may get one like once a year, if that's all they need. But, you know, insurance doesn't pay for it right now because guess what? It's not covered. So maybe with this publication, it'll be something we can fight to get insurance to cover this treatment for many musicians who struggle with this movement disorder called dystonia, limb dystonia. So, you know, at the end of the day, when you see some of the research that took you forever to get done and the day in and day out stuff that you have to do to get research done, and you see the publications finally get into the journals for references of future people to build on that study and that scientific knowledge, and for patients to potentially benefit from a treatment that seriously would not be offered if we didn't provide this publication. So that's why I'm in science, and I really, you know, love it and have a love-hate I have a love-hate a love-hate relationship with science because, you know, it has its rigidity that I get frustrated by, but I'm stepping my toes deep into the waters because I'll be launching my study next month, which has been a long time in the making as well. So, how are you living your precious life every single day? Are you finding curiosity? Are you finding things that you are fascinated by and you want to discover? Please, 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 don't wait. Start tomorrow. Start tonight by seeing yourself doing it. I was telling someone the other day, you can see your life change in your imagination, and guess what? That door will open for you. You know, Tim and I talk about this in our episode today when we filmed it, that he had this sudden overwhelming light that came to him that said, show up for yourself. Step into the entertainer, singer, performer that you are. And suddenly an opportunity showed up because he saw it first. So sometimes we have to envision that change in our life first, and then the opportunity shows up. So how are the opportunities going to show up for you if you're not seeing them, feeling them in your body? See yourself open that door. See yourself walking onto the stage if you want to be a singer. See yourself, like me, writing a grant and submitting it and saying that you're going to do it and feel afraid that whatever you're writing sounds like gibberish. So check out the episode that dropped today about how Tim Moss is living fantastically, and see how that could inspire you to invite fantastic living from your heart fully every day. So be well, my friends. Enjoy this one precious life that we have with wellness, grace, and longevity. Be well. Check out Healthy by George MC. Bye-bye.